When I heard this story, I was almost floored. We're living in an unprecedented age where our data is being collected, and we've heard of things such as cameras being turned on and people spying on you through the cloud, and automakers, meaning car companies, are actually spying on you, allegedly, but this is based on a study from Mozilla. And what they found was that car makers actually are collecting data on passengers, on drivers. And what's crazy is that not only are they collecting data on the drivers, they're collecting data on passengers of their vehicles. Someone might first ask the question, how in the world are they even doing that? Mozilla did a study, and what they found was that about 24 car makers, automakers, whatever they're called, car companies, are collecting data on their drivers, on people who purchased their car. They're collecting things such as everything that you could think of. Anything. This report covers facial expressions, health data, your weight, your race, your immigration status, which I have no idea how in the world they would even know that, also including your weight. Some go as far as to say that perhaps your sexual activity, like where you're going, your locations, they're just tracking everything. Now, how did we even give them the right for that to happen, right? If they're doing this, unless there's going to be a class action lawsuit, there must be something in the terms where we've allowed that. What is that? I have no idea. I'm assuming go check your car manuals. Next time something pops up in your car, read the terms, what is being said there. The only way that we can anticipate that this is possible is that cars typically come with cameras, microphones for, let's say, an emergency situation, for some sort of roadside assistance. And it's possible. Now, the Mozilla study says that there's no confirmation as to how they're doing this, but that they're doing this. There are two ways I could see that this is possible: through the microphones in the camera, through the microphones in the car being sent to the cloud, just being sent to the car companies. You know, they could just, maybe they're opening up these microphones and constantly listening and collecting data, which would be kind of scary, because are they collecting conversations in the car? The next thing is we also connect our phones to the cars, so that when we connect our phones to the cars, like Apple Play, Android Auto, that the car company, their software could actually be checking into your phone and actually collecting the health data, collecting all the data that is coming through the phone that's being accessed through the apps. Also, when you set up messages, right? Sometimes we set up WhatsApp messaging, text messaging to come through the car. All these can go through the phone and actually get sent to the car company. They are collecting this data. In terms of how, these are the only ways we can think of that's possible. Now, what's crazy is that the first car company on the list, it's very clear, like it makes sense as to who that would be. Tesla is number one on that list, as there's a top three of those people collecting that kind of data, which it makes sense because Tesla's already known to have facial recognition and things like that to recognize if a driver is dozing off and stuff like that. So you could see as why they would be on the list. When and where you allow that data, how much of it, where is that stipulated is the question. But ironically, two car companies you would never imagine is number two on the list. Number two on the list, right after Tesla, collecting that private data, is Nissan. And number three on the list is Hyundai. Two car companies you would never think even have the capability of collecting data in general. I don't even know if they even have Wi-Fi in their offices, for crying out loud, like Hyundai, but they actually have probably some good software engineers, and they are collecting data, sending it to the cloud and going straight to their systems. So the next time you guys open up your car links, just go check that out. And I'm super interested in where exactly this data is coming from and how it's possible.